Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another LEGO set review, and today we have set number 70749, Enter the Serpent. It comes with 529 pieces, and yeah, it's a pretty cool set. I just got it, like, probably an hour before this video, so, you know, I haven't had a ton of time to experiment with it, maybe a little bit more than an hour. Well, actually, I got it a while ago, I guess, but I just got back from vacation, so I just received it an hour ago. But, yeah, so it's a pretty cool set, first impressions. I mean, the build looks cool. It definitely has some really cool play features, but, as far as the build itself, it's not super exciting because it's not kind of made up, you know. But the figures are pretty cool, so we will start off with those. First off, we'll take a look at Jay, the least valuable ninja. Just kidding. Jay's pretty cool. But I really do like their Zukin outfits. I think they look awesome. I'm not certain, I'm not certain what other people think of the Zukin outfits, because I haven't been looking much at that, but I think they look good. You can see his leg printing is basically the same as Kai, which I reviewed in the DBX, except in blue. His torso printing is very similar as well, except it does have the little lightning symbol on there, while Kai's has the fire symbol. The back printing is very similar as well. All the Zukin outfits look very kind of uniform, which I think might be one of the reasons why I like them, but I do like their masks as well, with the little symbols. This is Jay's symbol, you can see there, and he has his normal Jay face, as I've showed you like quite a few times in this video already. And then we have Lloyd, and Lloyd is a very, very cool Zukin character. He's very important in the show in Zukin because he's the one who finally fights Chen. He does come with a torch, and he does that in his Zukin outfit. He comes with a torch, which is a telescope and a flame. He also comes with a little map, which is a tile with a sticker on it. And there is another part to this little map, but you know, this kind of warns of all the little traps. There's a picture of a snake, some stairs with an exclamation point, a skull, an arrow, spiderweb. You know, that's pretty cool. But as for Zukin Lloyd himself, the camera doesn't want you to see him, so alright, there we go. Now it's focusing on him. So the mask as a symbol, you can see if I compare the two Zukin outfits, they have different symbols. No, it doesn't want to focus again. There we go. You can see the symbols are different. There's Lloyd's symbol, and there is Jay's symbol. We already took a look at Jay, though, so we don't need to see him again. But his torso is kind of similar to Jay's. There is a small difference, though, in the fact that Jay has these little things there, while Lloyd has a psi printed on his torso. And just basically the detailing is kind of different between Lloyd and Jay. So Lloyd's a little different. Jay and Kai, from what I remember, are basically the same. But Lloyd does have his rebooted face. And he has one of the little, not quite shoulder pads, but sword holders, like Kai has, and they're pretty cool. They definitely work well with the Zukin outfits, but the back printing is basically the same between Lloyd and Jay, except Jay's does have an extra little strap on the back because of the way that their front printing differs. But other than that, the Zukin outfits are really cool, really like them. And without further ado, let's take a look at the bad guys in the set. First off, I guess we'll take a look at Kapow. and he's kinda cool. I mean, I have the Ninja DBX, so I have Chop Rai, and it's nice to have Chop and Kapow, even if they're just both in the snake versions. But he does come with the same sword as Kapow did in the DBX, the little Anaconda sword, the new mold, and that's pretty cool. And there it is, right there. It does come with an extra one of these swords, which is pretty cool. But as for Kapow, Kapow Rai, he is basically very similar to Chop Rai. His head mold is the same. It has the same printing, from what I can tell. His little snake tail, I'm pretty sure this is the same as well, and that's pretty cool. I like the purple snake tails, but his torso printing is different, so he is an exclusive figure, and this printing is exclusive to Kapow Rai, this torso printing. And you can see it's similar to Kapow Rai's with the scales and stuff, but it has this little shoulder thing that Kapow wears as a human, so that's printed on the Serpentine figure, which I think is pretty cool. And you can see it's printed on the back as well. So that is Kapow Rai. And now we have two more figures. One of them is Zugu over here. The other one is the highlight of the set, so we will take a look at him last. But Zugu here is actually very cool. I think he looks really just a very nice looking figure. Well, I guess he looks kind of mean, but you know, the printing and detail work is nice. But the crossbow here that Zugu has is brown, which is pretty cool, because usually the most common color to get those in is that light pearl gray color. So it's really nice to get one in brown, actually. And I think that's really cool. You can see Zugu's leg printing, I believe, is exclusive because it has those keys printed on there. Because Zugu was the key guy. I'm pretty sure Kapow has like pants like this printed without the key, but I don't want to go grab them right now. So, because I didn't think ahead. You know, I didn't do a ton of planning on this video, as I said earlier. But yeah. So there is the leg printing. You can see pretty detailed. He has the same serpentine snake hat as Kapow Rai. As Kapow and Chop and Slavin and Crate. All the Anaconda cultists except for Izor wear this hat. And in the set you actually get 4 of these hats. One on Zugu, one on, 2 here, and one on the last figure. His accessory, not really the figure. But as for Zugu, you can see he has a nice face print, which is, just stern, serious expression. Which he's the only one with really a stern expression, with a serious expression. The other ones are either angry. Kapow is happy, which is pretty cool. I really like the Kapow figure. And yeah, the other ones are just angry. But his mouth is kind of like straight. But he has the same shoulder piece as Chop Rai. But I think it looks really good on Zugu in particular, just because Zugu has the other hat to go with it. So it just looks like, I don't know, there's just something cool about it. But as for Zugu's torso printing, I believe it is exclusive. However, this might be the same one that Chop has. I don't know, I haven't gotten the rest of them, but this is not the same torso as Kapow. But there's the back printing on the torso, the front printing. I do like the snake belt, and the nice big snake tattoo. I like that when you put this on over it, you can see the little strap goes down nicely, and the tattoo still shows. And Zugu obviously has the tattoos on his face, which I didn't really mention because they're pretty obvious. But that is Zugu, and very cool figure indeed. Now let's take a look at the last figure. Personally, my favorite one in this set, and that would be the one and only Master Chen. Now this Master Chen figure is absolutely fantastic. Let's take a nice 360-degree view, kinda, at him. And there's the top of his head. And, you know, just, he looks awesome. They did a fantastic job with this figure. But, before we take a look at the figure itself, we're going to take a look at his accessory, which is also really cool. I mean, this is probably one of the most important parts of the show, the staff of elements. It doesn't look 100% accurate to the show. I wish it was a bit more accurate, but it is nice to get a representation in LEGO, especially with this stickered piece. It's not a print, but I mean, it is nice to get a sticker to make the staff of elements. And let's see, the bottom section here in the show is more, it's not really a bar piece, but you know, other than that, the sticker looks really good. It's got the little symbol, and that is pretty accurate. And it does have like the little snake helmet kind of thing on the top. And in here, I believe, you can, in the set, I think it's supposed to represent like Kai's elemental power, because I mean, it does look red in the show, but they do give you, I'll show you later, a trans blue one and a trans green one. Maybe supposed to represent their powers, because Chen's staff can take the ninja's powers. So, you know. And once they have their Zukin outfits, none of them have their powers, except for Lloyd. Actually, well, most of the time in the Zukin outfits. In one of the episodes, they have their Zukin outfits and their powers, but, you know. So, on to Master Chen himself. This figure, as I have already said, is really cool. But, yeah, I want it to focus, but it doesn't seem to want to. Oh, there we go. Alright, so, Master Chen's hat is a brand new mold exclusive to Master Chen. You can see the little the purple snake over his shoulders, and little bow and rib things that go around. That looks really cool. And you can see there are little holes there, so you would be able to see his skin. And there it is from the side. You can see it does have the eyes. The same basic pattern for the top of the snake helmet, just with a little bit more pizzazz. And as for the rest of the figure, his face is really cool looking. I really like the way his face came out. It looks very, very accurate to the show. He is always kind of smiling, giggling. He's a very funny person, I guess, kind of. He's like, I don't know, he's always pretty happy. Except for when he's losing. But, his torso print is pretty cool. And there we go, you can see it nice and clearly there. But, he's got the little claw necklace, the little symbol in the center of his torso, and yeah, just some cool details. And the pants look pretty nice as well. He also does have back printing underneath his cape, and Chen's not exclusive, by the way, but the cape does not come on the other version, and the staff of elements is exclusive. But the figure looks awesome. And there's the back printing. You can see it's got Chen's symbol, which is the same as the sticker on the staff. It also has a little belt, but, you know, no one cares about the belt. Now that we've taken a look at the figures, let's start taking a look at the build of the set. Now, the build is supposed to be like Chen's secret evil fortress lair, but, I mean, in the show, there's no real area that looks like this. I mean, you can kind of picture areas that are similar, and you can kind of imagine that this is just separate parts. Like, there is a place with a gong, but that's not the same place as Zane's jail cell. Zane's jail cell is in like a tunnel system. But I am probably gonna run out of time to film this video soon, so hopefully I can get through all of it in enough detail, but I might have to rush a little bit at the end because I'm running out of battery. But over here we have a little prison area. That's detachable with a little bridge. The little bridge will detach. So we'll take a look at this first. So you can see on the top it has a little watch area, which you can put Zugu at. He can like watch over the prison. And Zugu does have the keys on his belt, as we saw earlier. From the back, it's not much to look at, but you know, it's kind of cool. This structure on the top is very, very similar to the one you get in the DBX, the little shrine, which I don't have on me at the moment, you know. And there's a little wall there. But this little jail cell at the bottom is pretty cool. The point of this set, like the story behind the set, is that Jay is caught in prison, even though I feel it would have been a lot cooler if they included Zane, because it's obviously supposed to represent Zane's prison cell. But Jay can be in there for now. And there's a little printed keyhole piece. And I do like the way the bones make a nice gate. Looks really menacing. Very appropriate to the Anacondrae cultists, I'd say. But there's a nice little suspension bridge, which is pretty cool. It just attaches on like that. And that's how you would attach that on. For now, I'm just going to take it off just so that it's easier for me to rotate this around. But as you can see, with this little building here, this is kind of like Chen's little fortress. There's a nice little snake head up at the top, which I guess we'll take a look at that first, actually. So the snake head can move up and down. Kind of pointless, I guess, to make it move up and down. It does look very good at this angle. There's some fire coming up from the back, and it looks pretty menacing. Like walking in, you see the little flames on the sides. From the angle that I'm at, it looks pretty cool. But on the sides, you can see they do a nice job of making it look like a snake head. On the back, there are these things which are attached with little hinges, just so that you can like cover that area up. And they have stickers on them. The stickers are the same on both pieces, so you get two of the same sticker, you know, basically. And this snake has a little mouth feature. Between the teeth, you can just push this down, and two little green orb ball things like this will fall out. And yeah, I can show you that again in 1 second. I just had to grab the ball off the floor, and I'm gonna try and touch them this time. They just come out like that. But I'm gonna keep those out for the moment. As for other play features, these little things in the front, you can take those and push them down, and they will shoot spring-loaded missiles, and they do that on both sides. And that's really the play features of this set, mainly. There are some other hidden things, but most of the rest I'll be showing you in this video, which I'm actually, it kind of feels like I'm running out of time, because my camera can only record a certain amount. But hopefully I won't. So you can see it is kind of jungly. You got the little leaves there. This kind of reminds me of the purple snake from the show, Klaus's snake. I don't remember if it had a name, but if it did, it obviously wasn't spoken that much. But the steps, they use an actual like black stair piece, but they cover it up, which I think is a very nice touch. It definitely looks a lot cooler with these bricks. And yeah, this gong piece in the back we'll take a look at, but you can push it back because it's on a hinge bar thing. There's some weapons over here, a little chest. This chest I will remove, and it's a wooden chest, and in it there are the little orbs, which I'm assuming are supposed to contain Lloyd and Jay's elemental powers. So there. And if we put that back, just looking at it from the front, it looks a bit menacing. Over here, we'll take a look at the weapons, and then we'll turn it around and take a look at the back. But for weapons, there are some claws. It comes with an extra claw piece too, which I thought it was a nice touch. But it's got this little spiky mace thing, which is, I mean, it looks a little weird, but definitely would be kind of powerful. And it comes with just one of those brownish tan swords, dark tan swords. And I just broke everything. Absolutely everything is broken. But, yeah, there we go. So, from the front, the only other things you can really see are the spider web in the back, this little window. But let's take a look at what actually happens from the back. So, in the back, there's some open space in there. You can see, I do personally like the fact that you have two little stickers here. I think that's some nice little trim added on there. Those two stickers, very cool. The gong, we'll take a quick look at. It's just that piece right there. And I know this is kind of a long video. If you're watching the whole thing, then bravo. But here in the back, you can see we have this little spiderweb room. And if you remember Lloyd's little map, it's ripped. So, the other side of the map is actually hidden in here on this little table, which I'm just going to grab the whole table because I'm too lazy to do anything else. But you can see if you put these next to each other, they would make a whole page. And that's kind of what is supposed to be looked for, I guess, in this set. They don't really seem to like they would make a whole page, but I guess it's kind of, you know, I mean, it's just more clues, I guess, to finding the key and freeing them from jail. Like freeing Jay. They're kind of like maps. But the spiderweb piece is pretty cool. And in the center, you can see there is a another play feature, which I actually didn't mention. But down here, you can see you have this little weird pit, and there's a snake in it, a red snake. It comes with an extra red snake, which is pretty cool. But so if we go back to the front for a moment, Lloyd can come up here and he's investigating this gong. So when we turn it around, you can see he is above the trap. I'm going to move the gong out of the way just so that we can see what actually happens here. And I don't want to put him on the studs. But over here there's a little room with a torch and a little table. The table has a little checkerboard pattern on it. It's kind of like they're playing chess, because it's got two little pieces on there. It's kind of like some weird type of chess. But if we go like this and pull out this little piece right here, Lloyd falls into the little pit. And I think that's a pretty cool feature as well, because Chen does have a ton of trapdoors if you watch the show. But you know, all in all, this is a pretty cool little set. It's not 100% show accurate, but it definitely is a nice place to, like, if this was in the show, it would be really, really cool in the show. I think it would have been a nice addition to have some little snake head lair. But, obviously Chen's lair was kind of like underground, and in order to do that, you'd have to build like a whole cave. So, this is kind of like the next best thing. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I didn't run out of time, which is kind of nice. Actually, I should show you the instruction booklet. There's one instruction booklet, which is nice and big. And on the back, it's got the little green ninja advertisement. And it has that big advertisement with all the sets, basically. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys all later.